Okay, so for hole number 10, we're going to start off with the option 1 in the guide, which will be to go for the hole-in-one. And this is a tricky shot because we don't have any tailwind. We actually have a bit of headwind here, and I'm trying to dial this in. And I ended up going with 4.3 top, and I back up a little bit to the plus 14 there. And notice my ball guide was just like a little bendy. Well, that's because this green is so sloped. I ended up pulling or pushing 2 rings. I do recommend pushing your rings here. And I did 1 full ring just past circle drop.
Perfect shot!
And it came out nicely. And I did just miss to the, I think it was the left of the hole. So if you add a little more right spin, you might get a good opportunity here. But we rolled out, speed was good,
nice on!
And we're right there, just for a nice little putt to get this in. Alrighty, so for hole number 11, we're going to use a katana. And we're going to go back to what we did on the qualifying round and go on the right hand side. We're going to back up a little bit so we can do our adjustment because we do have a bit of headwind here. And we're going to go 5 top and 1 to the left. We are going to add a little bit of curl and a little bit of overpower for this shot. We're going to make our adjustment at 10%. And I'm not worried about that little bit of overpower right there. We're going to go to the right. I ended up going just a little bit in, about halfway into that circle, and then I went back because I thought it was too much. So that's basically an inner wall curl with 2 rings OP. And it came up here nicely, and good distance, right in the shadow where I wanted to end up. So let's see how this goes for the next shot. Alrighty, so we're going back to old school days with Team Hornet. If you follow my channel for a while, you know exactly what that is. I used to love the Hornet before my other clubs got developed. It's amazing because if you hit great left or right, just a minor, it's just like you hit perfect. It's such an accurate club. So we come up here and we are looking at this ball guide. And we're going to play this shot 1-to-1, which means we're going to go 3.4 rings, which is what the wind is. And you see how we just kind of spun right to the middle of the pin there. There's really no real, I guess, spin designated for this because you never know how far your drive is going to go. So we did our 3.4 rings there and hit a minor great shot. Very great minor shot. That was a minor great left. And hit that, came center pin. And I actually rolled it on the left side, so if I would have hit perfect, that would have gone right in center pin. So that works out perfectly. Alrighty, so we're going to play this exactly the same. We're going to go straight up the middle here. It's the most consistent. We keep getting the same left to right wind, so this is the best way to go from that wind angle. I wish we can do the rough bump, but it just does not work from this wind angle. And we've been so consistently getting these drops. So we're going to go 10%, 6 top, 2 to the left, and just hit perfect up the little island there. Be careful because great right is bad.
Perfect shot!
And you just want to come up here and bounce up the center of this fairway. .372, perfect. Okay, so for the second shot, we're doing the same kind of setup, but a little bit more backspin. So we're going to do 1 back right off the bat, and then we're going to put our ball guide up to where it bounces in the hole. So I go 1 back, and then I push up to the hole, center cup, respin, of course, and then I'm going to go to 2 back. It looks like I did 1.9 there, but it's close enough to 2. Then I make my adjustment at max. So 10% max here. And and we're gonna hit this, and it's gonna drop. It's a very consistent shot. I don't like the long Goliath
Perfect
shots,
shot.
but you know what? This one seems to be really consistent. Center pin right in. All right, let's go.
Eagle.